All right. How it do, how it be, how it is, everybody. Welcome in and welcome back. I'm Sir Feffers. We're doing the stuff. It's Terraform. It's Tuesday. I'm very excited. We have a new whole bunch of bonuses. These Lords of the Bridge have been very busy, having just finished up this arc for the Island of Pardon. They've now gotten to a safe point. They're going to be feeling relatively safe for the first time in a long time amongst allies who herald them as heroes. A war happening distantly in the distance. Grammar Jeff. Everyone roll a perception check for me real quick. If you guys want to get caught up on that previous arc.
Damn, how distant is this distance if I can perception it?
It was giving distant down, like distantly in the distance is wild. Sorry, we had to talk about that. Continue.
If you would like to get caught up, you can head over to the YouTube, and if you would like to join us in Bingo, we are in the Discord as well. We have a whole community. Feel free to hop in over there. Do you know about Heinefall? It's incredible. Taylor, please take it away.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me as everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. I'm the game master and writer for Heinefall. Check us out at heinefall.com. It's an absolutely wonderful LARP here in Texas. Amazing people, amazing game, fun quest every time. We have a game coming up. Our next game is going to be end of May. It's called The Vanishing Isles, May 31st to June 1st, June 2nd. We are at a new location for this special event because Texas is hot in the summer, so we've moved it to riverfront property. So there will be swimming, there will be battles at the edge of the shore of the islands that you're on. You'll be fighting Atlantean-type folks, the Nerevala's kingdom, to try and help the Imperium stop them from sinking the islands. It will be an absolute blast. It will be so fun. I played Robin Ashwell. So Robin was just granted a title that she's very excited to annoyingly use and see how far it gets her and what good she can do and what chaos she can cause at the same time. But I'm very excited for today's episode and exploring and possibly helping us make a cool base for the team. I will pass it off to Ben Brainard.
Hi, my name is Ben Brainard. I'm playing Zito Barbera, the Path of the Knuckle Sandwich Barbarian. Zito wants to end the war so we can go home. I don't know. I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm on tour. If you want to come see me on tour, my next show is I'm doing a 10-minute spot at the Lincoln Lodge in Chicago, Illinois on the 16th, and I'm going to be in Appleton, Wisconsin on the 18th, and then I will be in Honolulu, Hawaii on June 8th. I have a bunch of other shows. I'm doing the Northeast in the summertime, so check out my website for all those dates. CB.
Hello, everybody. My name is Omega Jones, also known as CritBard. CritBard across all social media channels, except to places that I'm not. You can see me many different places. Not at PAX East this weekend, unfortunately, but I will be at Magic Con Vegas next, and then Gen Con later after that. I play Kazarek, the Dwoblin Apothecary Alchemist, which is a class and subclass from Mage Hand Press, focusing on bomb salves, potions, and more bombs. It's a good time. He is currently in search of something to not necessarily save the world, but to be a different option from what his mother has planned. It's a slow process, but now after a bunch of things, he can start getting some work done. I'm excited to see how that turns out for him. Last but certainly not least, Shane.
Hi everyone, I'm Shane Whalley. I'm ever Shane Whalley. I play Sick of the Colors of the Road Bard, who is Illuminant, having a grand old time. I'm going nowhere this year. I'm going to be home and having a great time. I wish I could, well. It's nail day, so there's a bunch of fun stuff with that. I'll have someone post it into Terraform so you guys can see, but it's themed off of an artist named Light's new album that just came out. I got to meet her last Thursday or Friday, and
Amazing.
she had me she designed the nails for me, so we got them done. And they're there in Terraform for you to take a look. And also, I'm going to have a new nephew within a few days, so I'm really excited about that.
Let's go. That's
only
amazing.
thing I love. I know, I'm super pumped. I did find some unfortunate news today about it being a difficult birth. So if anyone out there has any beliefs or energies in faith, I want to send it to my sister-in-law, please, by all means. But yeah, I can't wait to meet him. It's gonna be fantastic.
Amazing.
I
yeah.
live vicariously through my nephews and nieces. So yes. But other than that, I hope you guys like the nails and stuff. It stands for A6, which means album 6 for Lights. Yes. Indeed.
All right. So you guys have a small floor to yourselves with windows on all sides. You're in this tower high above the ocean. Even high for the bridge. This castle has been, now that priority for the war was able to authorize funds. I just had ominous lightning in the background. This tower, this keep that Lord Braylor has on this massive ass bridge has been almost completed. If you're familiar with the scene where Pippin and Gandalf are in the White Tower or are in Gondor looking over and seeing the distant war, that's kind of the vibe for the opening scene of this party. You're in this big open area of many pillars of stone. You've got a couple of bedrooms and this long kind of receiving room and just porches or decks or what have you on every side of this area. With these perception checks, you can see the war happening now on the end of the bridge via various telescopes and looking glasses. You watch as ships are doing these incredibly fast drops and swinging by the point of entry in front of the city of Pardon. You can see various ships have had to, not now, Alexa, thank you. You can see, you get. Yeah, you can see the forces of multiple house names, Olkirk and Thorn especially, at the end of the bridge against these Warforged, which have been surging up onto the beach where the bridge meets the front gate, in that kind of open area that used to be filled with cobblestones and various port buildings and decks. It's all been just decimated. Large parts of the ocean have filled in various gaps, making it this shell-pocketed no man's land with surprisingly good accuracy. The city itself, the walls still stand, and dragons fly above, waiting for the clear and various commands to go down. For now, they're above that kind of strafing skyship altitude. All night, there have been flashes of light deep in the ocean around the various pillars of the bridge, and nothing, turns out, has been able to put a dent in the foundation of this big-ass bridge that they've built. Every now and then, through the light that kind of breaks from the depths of the ocean beneath you, you can see the outline of dragons sifting through the waters and going to war down there as well. But here it's quiet, albeit heckin' windy. The tower you're in does not sway at all. Solid. Very high up in the sky, you can see the curve of the ocean for miles around. And this thing is resolute, just absolutely unmoving in the high, high wind. The party has a few different things if they're looking for direction to do. There's Lord Marin. The party was looking to get some answers from them. Soren has a few things to explain to Sika. And whatever you guys want to cover, you're just kind of waking up. You can see the sun kind of coming across the skyline.
All right, I wasn't sure if it was during the night or afterwards.
Yeah, we're just waking up for the day.
Who wanted to talk to
Then,
Soren, what was that, CB?
Sorry, got it. Okay.
no worries. I was making sure. Then before the night is over, kind of rewinding back, you all would have seen, maybe, I don't know, there's a lot of things happening, so it's up to you if you have seen it or not. But he would have not necessarily snuck outside to like get away from people, but just to get some slight distance, or more so, nothing, just do things inside of this tower.
Mm-hmm. You can find. It's hard to find like a lot of privacy, but because this is a pact now. There's a huge supply train going across the bridge, but you find a kind of room down in the guts of the bridge to yourself, where you can hear some distant people working on stuff. Rafters all about you and support beams.
Okay. Then if anybody is in this room or around, he would just say, "You're gonna hear something, but don't worry about it." Okay. And you see that he has Reggie has floated out, and it's almost like in front of him or like across from him, and he's moved his backpack to in front of him, and he's begun to grab a couple of things, a couple of different components and reagents and etc. But more importantly, you see that he has the pink crystal in hand. And he's taking a bit again to just do his own inspection and understanding of it, thinking about what happened with Zito, but also just like the understanding of like, oh sorry, he also has the blue crystal in hand, and he's looking at the difference between them, understanding that one currently has a connection to a person he doesn't know, this Thanagar, and then the other was owned by Lady Elsro, but no longer is owned because he's dead, and just all these things that he has learned so far. And he puts that blue crystal down.
Okay.
He puts the blue crystal down, and as he holds this pink crystal, he lets Reggie take it, and Reggie has it kind of floating in front of him. And then you see that he gets together clearly what is the form of a bomb, but you see that he's taken out some of the essence, so it's not as explosive. AKA with my bonus action, I can make it only do me or a target versus a blast radius.
Nice, yeah.
And more importantly, making it so that it's quiet. That's actually one of my abilities.
Nice.
Is to one of my formulae is having a quiet bomb. And I am quite literally, because this is it, long rest time, and this is the time to do it. I have 15 d6 to my name. I can do this once a minute. I'm going to blow myself up.
Okay. There's this moment where there's this worker who's just like checking over the beams. He's got a clipboard and he hears distantly, "I gotta hear something." It's okay. Keeps working.
Yep. I'm not going to add much to it. It is primed technically, so I am taking damage while this happens.
Okay.
But I am going to, at the very least, try to add as much of my hit dice that I have, and because it gets converted into life SSB via the SS bomb formula that I learned from Zito. Trying to convert all of that into life essence to then put into the crystal. So when I come back, I'm gonna be living on a latte and a prayer, because I'm still small and will be in pain, but I won't be dead. That's what's important.
So you put it into the bomb and then try to focus the bomb's cumulative life essence worth value into the crystal, into the pink crystal?
Yes and no. Literally, my SS bomb can turn, when it explodes, it becomes a little mote of life essence. It's literally a D4 worth of life essence. And then that was what was siphoned into the pink crystal the first time.
Okay.
So he's realizing life
So-
essence time means I need to hurt myself.
So you make a discovery, but first let's roll a medicine or an arcana check.
It's like, I will do Arcana. Can Reggie help me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Reggie is holding the thing and kind of like puffing it in place to keep it like
Literally.
levitating in spot.
27.
27. Okay. So you at first are frustrated because you fail to put said detonated and accumulated life essence into the crystal. But it does conclude that once you have divested that life essence into this bomb, that life essence is no longer like yours. It is unclaimed life essence.
Wait, what?
So the crystals work in a way that you yourself have to activate and pour your life essence directly into the crystal. What you've done is made a discovery that might save millions. Because if you can expunge your life essence into this detonative state and it exists in that state, then it can be done anything. You can do anything with it. There's a lot of stuff that you could potentially do with it given further discoveries instead of that kind of vampiric nature that belongs to the crystal. The direct interaction of the crystal.
Okay. Sure. Understood. Gotcha. However, I just want to say out loud because now Omega's brain is broke. We've done this once.
Mm-hmm.
The bomb became life essence and it was siphoned into the crystal. So he's assuming that would happen. Why
Gotcha,
is
gotcha.
that not happening?
So, because I'm a silly goose.
Dead.
I forgot that we had made that specific discovery en route. My apologies.
Yeah, no worry. No, I was just wait, hold on.
How many
everything, literally.
D6? How many D6? Though you do still come to that conclusion.
Fair.
You do
Yeah,
still come to
we
that
know
conclusion.
that.
I
we
got
know
excited about that fact and forgot to completely
No
reveal the
worries.
information in my
So,
brain.
we know that at least the way Kazric has learned to harness the life essence, he can make an explosive that basically becomes a mote of life essence once it explodes and condenses.
Yes.
That mote can be used in other things.
It can be used in other things and can be potentially stored away that anyone might be able to make use of later. If you can find out a way to essentially harness that.
But, yeah.
my
That's
apologies.
a question for Zito.
You do pour that much life essence into the
No worries,
crystal,
yeah.
but it does not overcome the amount stored within, and it's also technically not yours. So because of the method, so the one addendum to the previous thing is that you learn now that it has to be directly from you if you want the authority to be able to draw on it. Otherwise, you're just storing it. Does that make sense?
It does. We're gonna have to talk offline. Because it makes sense, but it does still mean that there is a loss or a lack of understanding on his part. He sees that it could be stored, but now it's not his. It just becomes latent, just there, just like materia to be used, essentially.
Potentially could be used in
But
that way.
not. But yeah. I'm just trying to think of a word. It can be something utilized in other ways. But his breakthrough is realizing, oh, I can. This life essence thing that I never heard of that came from Zito, not came from, but he was taught from Zito. He thought that he was this was the way he can harness his own life essence. He can't do the whole touch and do that thing, but he can make a bomb that can siphon. So he didn't realize that once it's siphoned, it's no longer his.
So
that's where the issue now resides, because he still doesn't have ownership of the crystal.
Correct, but you don't need ownership to interact with a magic item. So you can directly pour your life essence into it, but you haven't essentially figured out exactly how to, like that arc where you're trying to figure out your superpowers. You're going this, and then you eventually figure out the thwip. But if you spend enough time with this, which is you're going out of your way to do so, you can eventually figure out how to activate the magic item and pour your life essence into it.
It is canon that druids are the quickest to learn this, and I know you're not a druid, but you were raised by one and in community with them. So within the world of the life essence, it is canon that druids are already kind of like the most in touch with just the life essence of living things already.
They call it investiture.
Bingo. Okay. We're gonna have to sit on that because there's still things to talk about, but okay. Yep, I think for now he will take the knowledge that it can be stored, that's not necessarily his, and he'll go from there. At the very least, he wanted to make sure it was done tonight before the rest and restoration happened.
Absolutely.
Okay. Then that is his night. He comes back looking very, very hurt, very, very tired, and he literally just crashes on the floor.
Oh no. Oops. What's everyone else doing? We've got a bit of time before we need to head out to Cairn.
Sika has someone to talk to, but apparently Soren wants to talk to Sika. So Sika will be leaving the room after doing his very toast for everyone, and start making his way to find Heathrow.
Okay.
Is this the morning?
Yes. Safe to say. Climbing a whole ass other tower that you're familiar with before, you go up that winding staircase, and the door is closed once again. Oh, come in, Sika. Please come in.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for allowing me in today.
Of course.
How are you faring with all the explosions and lights and...
Oh, I'm well. I can barely hear it, if I'm being honest.
A little envious, but not so much.
How may I help you this day?
I have a question for you because I've been finding myself in a little bit of a trouble sometimes, and I just haven't been able to piece the arcane correctly for this. I was wondering if you have a way or something that can help me communicate telepathically with my friends for longer than an hour.
There are many powerful magic items that would be able to assist you in this. That's probably the easiest answer.
Yeah. Not to be too blunt, but do you happen to have any on you? Or one that I can purchase or do as active service for, or anything of that mind? I just been caught in a situation where it would have been very handy for us to be able to talk. And I just fear with the gestures outside this, that I like to make sure people are safe.
Roll a persuasion check.
30.
I will see what can be spared from the war effort.
Anything at all, and if there's anything I can do to help or assist,
Oh,
please.
careful, they'll put you on the front lines.
Oh no, my foot hurts. But for you, if there is anything for you that I can help in this situation or in the future, please do not hesitate to ask, as I will be there to help you.
I will reach out if need arises. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I know it's a bit silly of a question, but I just...
Not at all.
Okay. Would you like to have a cup of tea before we leave?
Of course.
You have it best. Amazing.
The two of you sit and recount a few things and idly chat about matters of state. Is there anything else you would like to ask him as we move forward?
One final thing he was going to bring up after they calmed a little bit with the tea. He was going to bring was going to start bringing up about the archway. And so fun things happen out on the field, and among of dying and faiths out there, I happened to come across a wonderful vision. And to sum up the easiest parts, I was speaking with the after voice of a high priest of Haredi, and I was brought into a vision of a gateway with golden threads and a being just beyond with a massive glow of halo and a long sword that looked as if it was from the strands that were around. And I'm assuming because it was a vision, when I spoke, my voice was an echo, but they did hear me. And I saw the priest, who looked much younger than his mortal body that I saw there for a second before. I can only assume he went to his
Likely
proper
how he
natural...
perceived himself.
Yes, exactly. Have you heard of godly gateways in this sense? More beyond a weird gate, but I couldn't interact with it. I went to the top, I could move myself in this vision, and I couldn't pull on these threads, they wouldn't move, but my voice was there.
Likely you would have had to been there to interact with it, or perhaps it was inert or destroyed. You recount other, you could recount, visual specifics and the like? Okay.
Yes, I'll go through.
No, you're good.
Yeah. I would also like to mention the name Varian was mentioned there as well. So.
Wow. Thranduin has been quite busy. The High Inquisitor of the Stormfather. He's been in the north. He, in part, was the one responsible for the opening of the Weirways. Specifically, he sees himself now as the keeper to the gate to hell. I know he made an attempt to set up some kind of utopia in the north. Its own city now stands as a prominent war effort for House Thorn. I don't know his son's name, but that individual seemed to be claiming to be Thranduin's son.
Mm-hmm.
The Golden Threads I am somewhat familiar with. I don't take much stock in them myself, but it is a tool of divination.
So could it be, if it's a tool of divination, that the gates themselves use these energies to find their soul?
I find that unlikely.
Okay.
Most souls end up going where they go.
That
It
makes
takes
sense.
a fair amount to It takes a fair amount of power to intervene on that. Also, Matt, thank you so much for the gifted subs. I appreciate you.
My only assumption with that would have been because of the priest coming with me. I just thought that perhaps it may have crossed a thread or a line. So
I'm not sure. The common conception of halos are that they are celestial in nature, and while they can be, they're not bound specifically to the celestials in iconography. Many fae creatures have been known to have strange halo magic that, instead of being directly above their head, rests with their eye line.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but
I guess I can only hope to have another vision and then get more details from there, but I didn't even get to give him my name. I was trying to, but I guess the vision had to end at some point, right?
likely the individual was able to sense you, but maybe not make out exactly what you were saying.
Okay. That's actually comforting. I didn't want to make the person think that I was ignoring them.
Of course.
But yeah, I just figured that with all this going on and learning a little bit of this, it just seemed like it was an important thing for me to discuss with someone who may have had the additional knowledge on. Only because I don't know, there's something just so, pardon me if this sounds a bit too much indulgent, delicious about the unknown with gods and deities and otherworldly entities.
Well, you gotta be careful. You know why they're unknown? It's because everyone who's ventured out there never fucking came back.
One day someone may.
True. Only the exceptional.
Absolutely. But
Congratulations
mostly
on Braylor's generosity.
Yeah, that was a surprise. Welcome surprise. I still don't know what to do with it, but so it takes a moment to reflect within his insides and his past. But I think I can find something.
Think of this. He is influencing. He is putting power to people who align with his beliefs, and he doesn't always agree with everyone else from Thorn. So what he's doing is making powerful friends. He's creating powerful friends, investing in where the good soil is, as it were.
So that he can have perhaps a stronger voice with those that aside with him.
Not necessarily, but there's something to be said about influencing passively.
Well, as long as whatever power or voice comes with it is used in a proper direction, and that's all I can hope for. And if it comes to where there is expectations, that I fulfilled my end of the bargain that is expected of me. But we all have our own flavor, don't we?
Of course. I must return to my studies.
Thank you for this, and again, if there's anything I can do at all with helping you, and
of
please
course.
feel free. And then he'll make Wisik will make his way out.
Okay. Robin, Soren comes over and sits next to you.
Robin has her, like, she's kind of woken up and she's like putting all of her like forger kit, paper, paint, things like that, and she's just sitting there, la di da di da da da, and she's planning what she wants to do with her estate, and she's making business plans, and she's sitting there writing and typing, just like you guys probably see me doing over here doing this. She's just planning her estate stuff. So
amazing.
Yeah.
He comes over and kind of sits nearby, watches for a little while, and goes, "How much do you know about like how warlocks work?"
Like the warlocks. Warlocks are the ones that they make a deal with like a patroner thingy. Like you made a deal with your like mirror dude or whatever. And when you need the magic powers and stuff, that's where you draw it from, right?
That's exactly it.
Okay, cool. So I know a little bit.
All right. I think it's pertinent that I speak of my patron to the group.
Okay.
Is this something you think you're comfortable with? I know it's I know I've never ever spoken about any of what I do, but I think if ever there was a time to put all the cards on the table, now it would be now.
If you think that's what you need and that's what's important, I support that. I apparently have magic that I didn't even know where it came from. So I don't think it matters that you haven't really told me before. I think it's just, I feel like we learn more about ourselves and about each other the more that we hang out and the deeper that we can get and stuff like that. So.
All right, okay. Good shit. He's gonna get up, stretch a bit, and as Sika comes back into the room, he goes, if now's a good time, I've got a few puzzle pieces to add to our intricate narrative here, he says to the group as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Wait, who says this?
Soren.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Nowhere. I would like to accompany you guys to Karen. It's just I haven't really given the full details on a lot of stuff.
Oh,
It's nothing bad.
I thought you were going to fight.
We've got that on the horizon, I'm sure.
How distant is the horizon?
Far as the eye can see.
We are currently surrounded by allies, so we might have to go a little ways to go find a good fight for you, Zito. But for
I can
now,
Anywhere is walking distance if you have the time.
he's gonna grab a seat and kind of collect his thoughts for a second. To the south, there's an island. Nods towards Robin, called the Sunton Isle. A celestial was killed there twice. That celestial, the mage breakers under the previous chained circle came to find, was still active. Most people know the name Harmony, but most people do not know the name Terra. Terra is my patron. She is in many ways still a celestial. But she is also in many ways ethereal. I wouldn't attribute the negative aspects of calling her undead, but I would akin her to a specter of a kind. I've not much information or experiences being directly involved, but I do know that much of her time is spent looking after Thranduil's son. He gives a knowing look to Sika. I know she's responsible for the golden threads, though I know not exactly how. I think that is latent power from Harmony.
Wait, latent power from Harmony is in you think she has her own power outside of Harmony?
Yes.
And also remember that Harmony had the golden flowers in which Terra created the golden threads.
The golden
So who are
threads
the
seem to
shepherds?
respond. The shepherds, I'm not 100% sure. But they are advanced members of the order I follow. Members who were willing to stay around.
You said the order that you follow. Is there a name for the order that you follow?
I don't know any official names, but I'm a patron of Terra. And I have some connections through the Mage Breakers, with which our small and subtle movement has originated.
Do you know how big the order is? Other people that are patron of Terra?
Couple hundred, maybe.
Okay, that's not a small number.
From what I can tell, it was Terrasica that kept you from moving into the astral or being affected by the influence of the Feywild when you perished.
And that was the image that I couldn't see but could see.
I'm not sure how it connects to the Luminans or the Freaquins. But we're certainly on the radar.
So is she, and then like he gestures and like with his hand like this as a point for Soren to hopefully understand what he's gesturing towards as in his necklace without giving away he's gesturing to his necklace for people. But to Soren.
I don't have the answer on that one, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh. This gets us to Karen. How? Or is it just information we needed to know? Which is fine. I just didn't. I can't.
Information
I don't know where to.
you needed to
walk
know
in.
for certain.
Yeah.
There are some people within the Mage Breakers that can get into contact with in Cairn.
Oh, okay. I mean, I didn't know not to like to belittle anything that
No.
you're. I just didn't understand.
Just
It
putting
was
my
like,
cards
oh,
on the
look,
table.
Tara. Oh, you have cards.
It's been a
I like
long
playing
time
cards.
coming, I think.
Oh, not those cards. Okay. Well, if we you need help contacting Terra, I can't help you with that. But if that's something you need to do, then I guess I don't know what you want.
I don't want anything. I'm just giving an update on
Okay.
some
Well,
important information.
If you need
that I've
something,
been-
you can also be like, hey, we need to talk to Terra or something. We'll figure it out.
Go talk to your mother or whatever.
You have a
this
way to
is. I'm
talk to
not-
Terra?
Your spirit mom. I'm not fully sure. Doesn't matter. Go do the thing that you have to do. I also know some mage breakers from Cairn, if you can believe that.
Jessica, did you need to talk to this person?
Sorry, to who?
To Tara?
I would like to.
No, I can't. I don't have that ability. I'm just curious. You seem very, if it seems like you do this thing sometimes when it's like, oh, this is something I really want to do, but I don't want the world to know what's happening.
I believe they call that teenage angst.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not a teenager.
Which is fine, you know. I respect it. I just don't know. I feel like we've done this thing where we're like, hey, Robin wants to be a lord lady person, so we get that title, and then Zito wants to go home, which he's not doing, but he also wants to fight, so we tend to fight sometimes. And it's like you
Those
wanted
things
to.
are.
Oh, okay. I don't believe so. But you also wanted to learn more about your lumen and stuff, and we found that out. So if we need to find something else out, we can. As it seems what this group does.
There's a lot that I am going to do, and that is with certain and guaranteed promise. Some of them I expect to do on my own. When it comes to talking with Tara or the things that connect to Tara, I don't have much of an idea of what could be the first step to allow me to get to that point, but once I find it, I'm going to do my best, and if it requires help, I can promise you I will not be afraid to ask, because that's something that is part of my guarantee, I guess, now. New promise. But I just need to figure out a few things that are now very confusing to me that I thought I was very sure of. And it would be unfair to my friends, and just as to all of you, to put you in a confused state such as what I am right now.
I
But
sit
if
in a
you-
world of confusion, so.
So I'm sure you understand on the wavelengths of where it is for me at the moment, at least. But yeah, I need to get to Karen, and I feel there is an answer for me there. Well, I'm hoping there's an answer for me there. And if I pluck a few thoughts from Soren's mind as we travel, that's one thing that helps me get more answers. But I can promise there will at least be one thing for me to ask for your guys' help at some point in the coming future, for sure. But if I do not tell certain stories, it's not because I don't think that you can't handle them or don't deserve to know. It's either something I'm not able to form into a coherent sentence that would make me sound not me. But I'll be sure to do my best to ask for help when I need to. But thank you for offering.
Yeah, sure. At some point during this conversation, Zito has leaned back to stare at the war going on out the window.
Make a perception check.
Ooh.
Is it the same one from earlier?
Nope.
Damn it, I actually rolled well on that one. Okay.
So you're saying Zito could see?
4 + 7 is I'm using my inspiration.
Thank God you have two.
That is a 2.
Is inspiration advantage or just a second roll?
Advantage.
Okay, well then we are back to 4 + 7 = 11.
Okay. You notice a storm forming past the city of Pardon, past the island, and as you're turning to look to view how it's going, you can see this wall of water start to just blanket over the island. Even the dragons that are looking down and moving about kind of look up and start flying higher to get above it. All of the ships along the bridge that are kind of bound and shimmying down the length of the bridge immediately start pushing forward as the wall of rain continues along, overshadowing the battle and the city, even as the forces huddle closer to make it easier in the coming torrential downpour, takes over the bridge and starts coming along down the way towards you. And before it's even towards you, there's this bright bolt of lightning that strikes down, and the length of the bridge to the city, the storm is parted, and you watch the Inquisition of the Stormfather, the forces as a whole, move down and take the back end of the city, just shearing their way through stone.
Zito starts twitching. Like that one character in Holes when he sees a nice car.
Bit of time passes. The party gets word over the coming day that the dragon egg that was handed off to House Ryax never made it all the way back to the hands of House Ryax, and the entire retinue was slaughtered. That's all the information you learn of that.
Where is House Ryax?
House Ryax is generally to the south east of the kingdoms of House Thorn of Whistling.
But it's not on the island. It's on the mainland. So they got slaughtered somewhere on the mainland, trying to return the egg. Okay.
So does that mean Toril is dead too?
Likely.
Damn.
Some people just can't catch no breaks, huh?
No. Oh, God, question mark. Okay. Interesting. That's not good. Bold that.
A bit of time passes before Locke comes knocking, and kind of pops his head into the welcoming room. All right, you're not dead. Good job. Actively seeks out Kazric. Interrupts whatever you're studying. Hey, and gives you a big hug.
Yeah, no, I definitely sees him. Just like this big sigh of relief. The weight definitely kind of lessens a little bit on his own shoulders. He's like, really shit, where were you at?
I've been keeping my head down, honestly. Ready to be away from the front, if that makes any sense. I know that you guys eventually were headed to Cairn. I thought I might tag along, if that's all right.
Yes, we were coming to find you.
Here I am.
That's you. Too chipper about that. We need to figure out a way to make sure you can communicate.
Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna hopefully not die, but we're gonna head out soon.
All right.
Have you been doing okay? Did your friend get the medicine that they needed?
Yeah, and
good.
managed to get off island too, which was good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, much relief. Much relief. Oh, that was stressful.
I bet.
So what's the move, gang?
To the war.
No,
Okay, but hear me out.
no.
Have we gone and talked to Lord Marin yet?
Nope.
No.
If we do, I would like to get that tea recipe from him.
Robin will speak up, just as being she'll kind of fold and put her things away that she's been working on and stuff them into her duffel and stuff. Be like, before we leave, I do want to leave soon. I know that we were at one point sent to go talk to Lord Marin as someone who might be able to help Soren, and I know we've got Soren out, but might still be someone I'm interested in talking to before we go. If anyone wants to come with.
I would like to go.
Okay.
What was this?
Is he by the war?
He is in prison.
I think he's still just on the bridge in this area. He's by bad guys in prison, so there can be maybe some bad guys that you can yell at.
Fine.
Beth,
Yeah, buddy.
is my madness gone yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Speaking of madness, Zito, you still have this ambiguous, vague impulse for violence towards Lord Braylor, but because it was so vague and obscure, it's like this confusion compulsion.
I like to imagine that it bounces back and forth between wanting to hurt him and wanting to simply dig a hole.
Yeah, exactly. But there's no dirt anywhere on this bridge to dig your hole. It's just it's this rising frustration.
I either need the war or a shovel.
Moving down into the prison that kind of kicks off having to move to one of the other towers on the bridge. You find yourselves stepping into this very locked down, very fortified installation, and coming up from the rail car, there's many guards moving through the space, and this one I don't want to call him a stone person, but I forget the exact name, but
Genasi?
yes, thank you. This Genasi made of stone kind of looks up and goes, how are you? Heroes of the bridge. Nods in reverence. Is there something I can help you with?
Yes. We were wondering if we could come in and speak with one of the prisoners. His name is Marin.
He would like the company. He gets up, kind of looks around, goes, and kind of reaches down and pulls out this kind of leaf-wrapped package, tucks it into one arm. You guys can follow me. Moving into this well-lit prison, you can see a few empty prison rooms, two of which are occupied. In one, there is the elf, the noble elf that Robin you would recognize specifically from your fight in Pardon, and a half orc who sees you guys and turns his back to face away from you guys. The elf silently watches you guys walk past until you get to a fortified door, which he opens, looks around for a second, closes, takes out a key and unlock, and the stone genasi opens the door. Marin, you have visitors. Also, you have mail, and you see a rather beautiful holding room with carpet and well lit, a couple of tables, a decanter of wine in one room, a small bed, and an open view of the ocean with this wall of force across it. You can sense this deadening effect in the room, as if certain magics are obscured from use. And in the center of it all, writing, is this portly halfling who, I would say well dressed, but comfortably dressed. Kind of looks up and goes, "Oh, I've got visitors. Oh, come on in, please. I haven't had any guests for some time. What have you brought me?" "Oh, thank you so much." As he opens up the package and pulls out some of these like wafers, and he breaks off half and gives it to his jailer and starts counting everyone up and starts divvying up the what I'm gonna call whey bread, kind of sugar cookie, large sugar cookie material, and he kind of breaks it up and goes, "Well, he kind of gets up. He's a little older, and he does a bit of a bow to everybody. It's a pleasure to make all of your acquaintance." He eyes the various weapons, and you see a small bead of sweat as he gestures for everyone to have some of his sugar cookie.
It's like, we'll take it, a sugar cookie.
Yeah, Robin will do a little curtsy and we'll be like, "Thanks for taking us as guests." And she'll take a sugar cookie as well.
Of course.
Zito is much happier, making him nervous, and will not.
Kind of just wrings his hands together, kind of itches at his horsehair wrists, the horsehair that he's got wrapped around his wrists nervously as he looks up to the party.
Is Locke with us at all? Because I know originally when we met Locke and she was talking to Locke on the bridge, he really wanted to speak with Marin. Yeah,
he's entered and is kind of standing behind Zito, okay. But is kind of peering at Marin. Marin doesn't seem to recognize him.
Interesting. Robin is kind of looking between like Marin and Locke because she knows that Locke wanted to speak to him, but is seeing the hesitancy. So she's just gonna start conversation. She'll be like, "So recently, I have actually been gifted one of your old estates, and I was wondering if I could sit down and talk with you about it some."
Well, congratulations. Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Which one?
The one on the crest.
Make an insight check. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, it's a lovely estate. Great views. Especially
11.
Great views. Especially now. There's a. That was a weird noise. There was a brief flick of the eye of nervousness when he learns which building it is, but it's very subtle. You just catch it. Yeah, feel free to do find, if you can, his name is Hoerch. He was my estate manager and personal butler. He was the best of us. He was so kind. I'm sure he's found other means of service, but it would do him and his family well to be working back on those estates. It would mean a lot to him and me.
Okay. I will absolutely look out for Hoerch. Is there any other way that I can maybe find him, or just the name?
He goes on to instruct you on how to move about that space, and staffing and organizational stuff, and you start taking some notes, and you learn a bit in this moment of how to get other people to manage your estates. And Hoarch would be a great point of reference for anything once you're at the estates. You know, he'll be bringing you your muns.
Cool.
He'll be, you know, you can tell him about various projects that you want the various staff members to do while you guys are away. You learn that as long as you guys are within 1 day's travel and could take your long rest at the estate, you can exponentially push whatever project you would like to be cooking.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we find him.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Well, great. That's really awesome to know. Thank you so much.
You should know if you're having any dragon guests. Housefold never had any dragons, so our structures don't really have spaces for the particularly big ones to land. It's good to let them know to not bring their dragons, because there's no parking.
Okay.
The parking's
No dragon
garbage.
parking. Got it. Makes sense.
Got room for like 2 horses.
Okay. Sweet. How many different areas are there on the estate? Do you
I think
know,
there's
or-
about 7 structures.
Structures?
They are able to be gotten through the gardens, but and then he like pauses. Yeah, just the gardens. And there's definitely no other
Noted.
passages or anything like that to be dealt with.
Yeah, of course.
He's not a subtle man.
We'll look for those. Great. Amazing. Well, before, one of my original reasons of wanting to like look for you and find you is you were given as a name of someone that might be able to help me with some magic, in a way, of someone trapped in a mirror realm of sorts. But we've solved that magic. But I didn't know if maybe I'm learning that I'm a druid, and I'm figuring out what that means and what that does. And I didn't know if maybe you had any offerings or teachings of advice. I've been picking up things here and there, but I'm eager. I'm starting to become eager to learn. The first time I turned into a seahorse was very jarring and very scary. But I am becoming more eager to maybe find out what more I can do, and if it can be helpful to my
I would
friends.
love to be of any assistance. I assuming you've got the time, I would love to tell you. I was never affiliated with any one circle, or I wouldn't say I was self-trained, but I was not trained in the methods of this land. I learned from a group on the Sunton Isle. It's far from here, but I have helped a few over the years. I'm not myself any longer capable of such vestments. And on a bit of a sadder note, if you ever need to divest yourself of your inclusion to the weave in this regard to druidic nature, I can help you with that as well. But for now, more happier topics, he goes on to give you a base understanding and structuring of druidic magic. Go ahead.
Before he even starts to that, I'm gonna kind of like stop him, and I'm gonna be like, I want to hear all this. I want to take the class, and maybe I will in a little bit, but I don't need to hold these guys up for the class. So maybe we could do that after, if they have anything that they want to talk to you about.
Of course.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, by all means. I have nothing but time.
Okay. Well, fair.
So you're in the Sunton Isles?
I was pivotal in 2 continents discovering themselves for the first time, and with the help of my friend, I managed to get myself my name on certain trade agreements, and that was fruitful enough that I was able to buy my own name into the aristocracy. And House Fold is the youngest and was the youngest of the aristocracy, and had quite an empire for a time, to be honest, trading guns for horses. He says that last part with a bit of pain.
Did you happen to come across anything herbal by chance?
Make a persuasion check.
$27.
It's called sweet onion grass. It's he goes on to explain this plant with some affection. Found in the suntan oil, and it'll rejuvenate you like nothing else. And goes on to explain that it gives the long rest property, if consumed. It's quite hard to get your hands on. I haven't tasted it in some time. I no longer have that kind of connection, I'm afraid. I'm very cut off from the rest of the world, but writes down a name and hands it to you, slides it across the table to you. In Cairn, in the Steeps, which is the criminal underbelly, he gives you a name. And Robin, you would recognize this name, as it belongs to one of the two crime lords that you know that work within Cairn. His name is Warsh, and he sticks to the port, and
he is the evil twin of Marsh.
And he is affiliated with many pirates. The other crime lord that you know's name is Yox.
Yox?
Yox, Y-O-X-X. Yox is probably the most powerful, has the most territory throughout the city, has control of the Steeps especially. But Warsh was Lord Marin's connection on smuggling things here and there. You also know, as an aside, Robin, that House, being a rogue, that where's my houses? House Doa is I don't want to say corrupt, but they are the clever left hand of House Thorn, and so they are the ones that work with criminals in cases that need be.
Who is?
House Doa.
Is this what Lord Marin's telling us?
No, this is something that Robin would know, being a native of Cairn.
Okay.
And a rogue.
Yeah, I've probably done a couple of things here and there on the side of, when desperate times call for desperate measures of where to sneak in, steal an important thing.
House Doa you've always kind of avoided, but Yox and
House
Warsh you would have worked with.
But I know Warsh works with House Doa, or Warsh and Yox in a way sometimes deal with House Doa.
Yox and Warsh are in opposition to House Doa.
Okay.
And House Doa is kind of their own third faction of criminal underbelly.
Got it. So there's three main criminal underbellies factions, pretty much.
But one isn't going to go to jail because they're a house.
Because
it's brutal.
Perfect. I have so many plans now. This is great.
Well, perhaps if I happen to get some extra along this journey and I'm allowed to bring some down, I can share tea and tell some stories.
Feel free to come by any time. You all are lovely. Are you these heroes of the bridge I've been hearing all about?
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Feller.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
How does it feel being in prison for something and having all of your land and property seized, and then some children that you've never known of or seen before meet you down in prison to say, hey, we own your land now. Can you tell us about it?
It's not the first time that my old life has been divvied up and passed around. I used to be a member of a group called the Chained Circle. And anything I can do to recompense for my affiliations, I'm more than happy to make nice, he says with wide, heavy eyes. Zito. That's a member of the old regime that used to run the Mage Breakers.
Bad news bears.
Mm-hmm.
Bad news.
Mm-hmm. He goes on to talk for a little bit about his love for horses and how he hasn't seen any horses in so long. When Locke speaks up and goes, I think I'm putting two and two together. Sorry, Locke goes, I think I'm putting two and two together here. Could you tell us of your affiliation and your experiences with Harmony and the other events that happened on the Sunton Isle in that time? He's gonna make a it looks a little taken aback, but Locke rolls a 12 on the perception. Anyone want to help?
Sure.
Okay.
Just roll and just add my perceptions on it.
Lower. No, just giving advantage on that perception.
I got nat 20. That helps.
Can I tap him with guidance?
Sure. What's the guidance?
Guidance just adds a d4.
This is Locke's persuasion check.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I misunderstood.
You're fine. That jumps him up to a 17.
Hey.
And he goes,
Because
"Well,
Robin is very interested. She was just gonna ask during teaching time.
He looks and goes, well, it's the least I can do. Which is where we're gonna grab break. First break. We'll be right back. Bop, bop. Rearranging. Bop, bop. And bop, bop.
I want to punch stuff.
I hope that's
I knew I'd rub off.
I hope that's helped you all with some of your direction and aided you a bit in your coming endeavors.
Yeah, it's added more to the story, that's for sure. I guess one of the things that I have curiosities on is do you know anything extra more about these? And she pulls out one of her golden dandelion seeds and says, I wish it would grow in her mind, and casts Druidcraft, and a golden dandelion grows in her hand.
Housefold began collecting and exporting the seeds from this product. I believe it was the Chain Circle that discovered their use. Oh, no, that's wrong. Actually, sorry. We didn't make the discovery of how to change it, but we sold them for a high-priced novelty.
Okay. So that's how they kind of made their way here?
Likely.
Okay. Unless anyone else has any other questions, I'd love to sit down and learn a bit about Druidcraft from you.
Anyone else got any other questions?
Unless you can help me understand more about Terran Harmony, will happily step away to allow you to assist Robin.
He's given a lot of context and background, filled in the history and narrative of Harmony and Terra. It's about all I was able to do at this time, so he sits down with Robin as the storm rolls against the force wall, and is going to teach you of the inner workings of investiture, and make a religion or an arcana check, Robin. I'll give you advantage.
Arcana or religion. Oh, good. They're both +0. Thank you for the advantage. I'm gonna add guidance. 13.
13. Okay.
Yeah.
It is an action or a bonus action to use your wild shape to summon Darko.
It's a bonus action.
Okay.
I think. Let me double check for sure, so I'm not just saying that. Nope, summon wildfire spirit is as an action.
Nice, perfect. Okay. You gain a +1 to your wisdom modifier.
Whoa.
Moving it up by if you need to add 2 to get to the next plus,
Okay.
then you can do so. It's just whatever gets you to that next plus on
Gotcha.
your wisdom modifier.
Yeah, it would be +2.
Okay, then yeah, +2 to your wisdom modifier.
Okay. Got it. I'm at 18 in wisdom now for a +4.
Okay. This takes a good hour or so. At the end of the hour, he goes, I think you've got the bones of it now to be able to properly grow on your own from here.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the lessons and the knowledge that you've shared with me.
Absolutely.
Between student and teacher, a bit in a way, and being the new owner of your estate, I've always been more on the underbelly side of the city. I've always been, one of those kids whose faces you don't recognize as they maybe possibly stole that apple from a stall to feed themselves. Is there anything else on your property that maybe can help undercity kids or, little urchins like myself or away over there?
Roll persuasion.
Sweet. Guidance.
By the way, did we leave the room now and she's alone?
Your call.
Okay.
Yeah, only if you wanted to sit through druid lessons. 18.
18. Kind of looks out at the rain for a while. In the office, you'd find access to the tunnels underneath the estates. Connects to the various buildings. A couple of safe places down there. Bolt hole and the like. You'll find some resources that have been stashed there as well. You're welcome to them.
Thank you very much. That's really kind.
I'm afraid that's all I've got for you at this time.
To your old butler. Is there anything that you would like me to include in a letter to him that...
Tell him he was the best I've ever, the absolute best that anyone could ask of a butler, an estate manager.
Absolutely. Okay. I will pass that message along. Thank you very much.
Have a good rest of your day, friends.
You as well.
All right, you guys step back
Probably.
outside. As you guys are stepping out, the elf pipes up. What is your name, tiefling?
Hmm?
What is your name?
I don't see why I would ever answer that to somebody who's currently behind bars.
Sits back. You are clever. And then
Hey, bye!
doesn't respond further. All right. As you guys are heading out, the stone genasi looks up and goes, "Be safe. Heroes of the bridge."
It was nice to meet you.
Big
Sika,
smile.
though, I will be honest, is a little taken back by the elf. Without talking to them or anything, can I do a little, like... I want to do, like, a perception check on him, just to see if I notice
Sure.
anything about them.
Do you want to make a perception check or an insight check?
I'll let you do both, starting with a perception, just so I can see if
one
there's...
or the other.
Okay. Well, okay.
It'd be like perception is like, do you want to see something about their clothes, or insight's like, do you want to catch a vibe?
I'll do insight then.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. 23.
23. This elven lord knows he's cooked. There is not likely going to be any rescue coming anytime soon. You can see that they've made themselves as comfortable as they can. Okay.
Did he... Okay.
Go ahead.
I was just wondering if when he got brushed off, in that sense, did he look... did he look like he was annoyed or with the fact that, like, he wasn't going to be
No,
able
he
to
smiled, guarded.
talk? Okay.
Yeah, I have to play to my fucking character. I walk away too.
Okay.
I want to talk to him! I want to talk to him. It's just so strange. Why would this criminal want to say hi? So... Oh. Sika's gonna pass
Okay.
by them and just be like, why did you want to know their name?
Doesn't engage with you. Doesn't engage with you at all. Oh.
Sika sits there trying to understand how he wants to handle this. Who do I speak in? Do. In Elvish, he is going to say, I remember most things, and I remember the silent things, and then start walking away.
Rolls his eyes. You can feel the eye roll.
And as he walks and turns around and looks, and I feel everyone's death, and then continues to walk past them.
You step out into the rain. Zito is looking off in the direction of battle. And the party gears up and sets off towards the city of Cairn.
Woot! Before we set off, Robin does want to put 4 letters into some sort of mail thing, just in case she gets, busy with something else. Hopefully the letters will get there faster. To Warsh, Yax, and House Doa, and then also a letter to Hewitt.
Okay. Okay. Setting off. You're able to stay in Furinor at the end of the bridge on the mainland. This city is predominantly dictated by the Church of Rest, the Church of Ahraden. Uneventful, albeit turned over to make room for the military advancements that have pivoted into this region. Everyone roll me a D100. You guys are able to get room and board for the night before setting off again, unless you want to do anything in
25.
Furinor. 25.
5.
Oh no.
79.
79.
I saw 2 zeros, and I was just like, oh no, not again.
No.
79. All right. A 5 on the D100 is very good. And Sika, you find that a note has been left behind for you from Thompson.
Oh, okay.
Your actions have been carefully logged into the annals of Ahraden's religion and church. And you now have standing favor with the Church of Ahraden. Most of the churches have functionality within the various cities. And with the Holy Word of the South going on, many of those important jobs and functions within civilization are in turmoil. And you start to see that reflected on the city as a whole. The people kind of beginning to privatize and starting up their own businesses in that massive gap within society. Which Thompson notes with concern, unsure of what that means for the churches in future generations. The storm passes through the night, and soon it's bright and sunny back on the road.
They spell Ahraden again?
Ahraden, Ahraeden.
E and the A backwards.
Passing north through Farron's Rest, Tara, fuck, Robin.
Actually, it's Eshna.
Oh, it's Tati. As you guys are going along, you hear and
Okay.
this herd of goats move along this near sheer cliff face to the side and just pass on through. It is inspiring to a certain degree to see the strange visual of goats on that mountainside. It seems like they shouldn't be able to do that. You have inspiration.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
For your 25 on the D100.
Oh, sweet. Are they going the same direction that we're going?
Yes, at speed.
I'm a wild shape into one of them to test out their balance.
Okay. You find the unnerving alacrity to be able to move along these sheer cliffs like these mountain goats can. And you join the horde, and for a time you're in this instinct-driven movement as all of these as this herd of goats moves through the Farron's Pass.
I like to imagine that like her horns as the mountain goat are still her normal tiefling looking horns. They haven't fully changed into what the mountain goat looks like. And as soon as she like started getting the like movement of it and really getting into it, the rest of the party can just hear excited goat screams of just as she is just jumping and leaping and acrobating, and she's just goat screaming.
Amazing.
For like an hour.
Amazing.
There'll be times that they're like, where is Robin? Which one is she? And they'll just see one that's just going, like that one. That's her.
A couple of days pass as you travel along this mountain range. And Zito, you're going mad. You're just going mad. And then your heart rises. You smell smoke. And you look ahead and see in the distance a pillar of smoke on the horizon.
How far in the horizon?
A couple of minutes travel.
Do I hear anything, or do I just see the smoke?
Make a perception check.
Hoopla.
Or a survival check.
Ooh. Which one am I better at? I am the same. Okay, I think I'm done using this fucking die for the rest of the goddamn show. That is a 6 in the die plus 7, so 13 perception.
13 perception. You don't hear anything, but you're close enough that if there was an active battle, you should be hearing at least the dead and dying.
Mm-hmm.
Which means someone just won a fight.
And so this smokestack is definitely not like a campfire. It's like
much bigger. It is a big one. What'd you get on the perception?
13.
13. You kind of move forward and kind of look around as the path wavers into an open area, maybe a little smaller, a little more narrow than a football field. And on one side, you see what used to be an inn. Big old sign ahead of it that says Farron's Rest. It's on fire. It is actively burning to the ground. And you can see many, many corpses like strewn about. You don't immediately see any aggressors. There is also of note on the far side, like if you're looking down this pass that's a bit wider and on one side is the path, is the burning inn. Across from it by maybe 80 feet is a massive hole in the ground. Everybody knows about this hole in the ground. It is a famous archaeological site that is known throughout Whistling. The site of some massive battle from long ago. You can see a waterfall on the far side from a river pouring into the hole. It is famously known to be bottomless.
Okay, so I would probably look to Sika and Robin and go, people might need help. Back me up, and then just start booking it down this path toward the burning inn.
The goat prances along.
Am I able to do my best goaty goats? And you're like, I got caught up in the instinctual movements. Am I able to like run to the head of the herd and be like, I'm in charge, and like try and get some to split off?
You may try.
I'm gonna try goat persuasion.
Let's go.
Animal handling.
Yeah, let's go animal handling, and I'll give you advantage.
Okay. 18.
18.
Yeah.
All right, you scamper up and start
Yes.
trying to essentially herd the herd, and you begin working that. Sika, you watch as Zito runs up, gets to the corpses, starts looking around. Clearly, sword wounds and gunshot wounds. So not necessarily a creature, maybe people, likely people. You look into the burning house, Zito, and you can see people that have died in there as well that are now giving off that oily black smoke and giving scent to the air.
Okay,
It's a two-story building.
First thing I'd want to do is maybe go inside and see if anybody is still alive.
You wade into the fire.
I'd probably call out,
Yeah, you call out.
"Hello, is anyone there?"
No one immediately calls back to you. Sika.
Okay,
Sorry, go ahead, Zito.
I was going to say I'll probably check the nearest body to see how long ago these people died.
Within the hour, Sika, you watch from behind the building in that kind of mountain range that puts you away from, in between you and the ocean. You watch as a couple of individuals who were cloaked open their eyes and start looking around at Zito calling out. They throw their hoods back and similar ghillie suits to what Robin uses. They get up and they start going like shh, 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 and they're gonna start looking around. They might spot you. Roll for stealth.
You. Okay. Sorry, I don't have good self.
You gotta
I
beat
don't have
a
good stealth.
15.
I don't.
You don't beat a 15?
I don't. I got a 6.
Zito, you hear, there's one. and Sika, you watch as this dude lifts up this firearm and keeps it at the hip as he turns and aims it in your direction. And one of the other ones steps up and starts loading a shell into the thing.
Oh, Lord. Take it, go and die again.
18 to hit.
Well, yeah.
18 hits. All right. Directly on the other side of this burning down structure, Zito, is where the shot goes off. You can book it through the kitchen. And let's be honest, it's coming down one way or another.
I'm running through the walls.
Make an athletics check. Sika, You take 18 force damage.
These are. Oh, sorry, no. Let's take it.
Thank
Yeah.
God
Let's
it's a good roll.
roll initiative. As Robin comes down from on high with a herd with a stampede.
Screaming.
27 athletics.
27
sorry.
athletics.
6.
Yeah, the building gives way as you step through the kitchen in the most literal sense, and as you move up, you realize you're within 10 feet of about 8 individuals who are heavily armed, and they all turn and look at you in shock as the building comes down behind you. No.
Are they wearing any obvious markings too that would like assign them to a specific?
You can't see much of them as you're getting kind of the cloak that is camouflaging them with magic, kind of obscuring all of that information. But you see the heads peeking out from hoods, and every now and then a parting down the center where they reach for guns and swords and the like. You hear one of them go, "Fuck, that's a big one." All right, we've got a 6 for Robin. 19 for Zito. And a 10 for Sika. Writing down all the other creatures.
Do my goat friends just go with me?
Yes. Roll a D100. Divide the number by 2, and that's how big your stampede is.
Oh, come on. Okay. What's 71 divided by 2?
35 and a half.
Round up 36.
36. Goat. You're gonna die. Sweet.
Swarming down.
36 goats. Ah! The screaming. Oh, the screaming.
Wall of death.
Yep.
Drawing a quick little
The
map.
fucking goat pit.
I'm so
Just,
glad that they all have the charge ability.
Amazing. Taking a quick pic. Putting it in the group chat just so that I can visualize this a bit better. Hopefully this is clear of my rough sketch. Ba-ba-bum. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-bum-bum. Doo-ba-doo-ba-dum-bum-bum. Oh God. Bop bop.
Boom bow bow.
Ooh, my mow mow. Sorry, I gotta rotate it. There we go. Bop bop. Road, 2 cliffs, hole, and inn on fire.
Got it.
5, 6, 7, 8. All right, Zito, you're up first. You can see 6 people kind of gathered around you. You do note the sniper that is up on the mountains to the side.
Okay. How far away are these 6 people from me?
Within 20 feet.
Cool. I am going to just start walking at the nearest one. And I'll say, I will give you all one chance to drop your weapons. Tell me who you are, and why you did this. And if you do not take it, then get right with your god.
And I'm going to activate the lava cloak.
Lava just begins to fill the space. Many of them step back. They look to one individual who goes, "He's just big. More loot for the rest of us. Let's go, boys."
Oh, good. I'm taking out the Great Hammer.
Okay.
And I'm just going to start swinging on the first guy.
Excellent. Roll to hit.
That is a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Coco. Sick. That's 12 bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty. Hammer comes down, crunches into that leader who spoke up.
Second hit. That is a 26 to hit.
26 hits.
That is and 14 more bludgeoning damage.
14 more bludgeoning damage heard. Where? There. You seen. Bob. Sorry. Okay. All right. Any movement speed, or are you staying right there?
Yeah, I mean, I moved the 20 to get up to
Right.
the guy, and that's about it.
Okay. Unaware of the impending avalanche of screaming goats, I'm about to unplug this Alexa.
It's a storm.
The sniper looks to you, looks to Sika, loads up the shot, takes it. Loud crack. Does a 12 hit.
I'm just gonna silvery barbs this.
What's the range on silvery barbs?
60 feet.
Yeah, okay.
Wait. It was a 12.
Wait,
12 to
oh,
hit.
was it 12? Oh, I didn't hear that. I'm so sorry.
12 to hit.
No, then it doesn't hit. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I heard 22 for some reason.
No.
I was just like, what am I doing?
But it does. You do learn of the second sniper, who then follows up on a shot on you as well.
Oh my god.
That is a 14 to hit.
No.
Does not hit. The party learns of a second sniper.
Sick of dancing through your bullets. Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Alrighty, that's good to bring us to you, Sika.
Right, okay. So they are how close to me? The people who have they shot at me. I know who they are, right?
The snipers, one of them is 60 feet, one of them is 80 feet. The rest of the fight is taking place behind that inn, which is about 50 feet from you.
Okay. I am going to move to be this. I don't know how to word this right. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try and move to where I still remain 60 feet from the. I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to move in to be 50 feet from the one sniper, but into 60 feet of the other, so they're in my range.
Okay.
And I am going to cast Ominous Winds on them and one of the people.
Okay.
If I'm still in range for that.
I believe you are.
Cool. So I need all three of them to make a charisma saving throw, please.
15. 15. 5.
They have all failed.
Okay.
And now they must, whenever the target fails a saving throw, makes an attack or roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, they must roll the 1d12 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw.
Okay. Detract how much? Sorry?
A d12.
Oof. Okay.
That's why I taunted them before doing it.
Very nice. All right. Is that your turn?
And then there is something. Where is it? And I'm going to use a bonus action to throw Bardic Inspiration towards Zito. So you now have a D12 that you can use as a way to add to your ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Nice.
Okay. The dude holding the dude that was reloading the gun holds his action. The dude holding the gun holds his action and backs up about 20 feet from Zito. As the next dude's turn he loads the gun with a shell. Boom! Loud detonation. Robin, roll animal handling, because the loud explosions are going to deter some of the wildlife from approaching.
7.
Okay. Some do break away and scatter from the loud noise.
How many?
Roll a d12.
D12. Okay. D12. Roll. 11.
11. Okay.
Okay.
11 skitter off
25
bleeding.
goats left.
Okay. Zito, does a 17 hit you?
A 17 does hit me.
Okay. You take 21 force damage.
Is this a bullet or a melee attack?
It is a bullet. It is a ranged attack.
One.
Alrighty. That's gonna bring us to one of these cloaked individuals who's going to veer back, and you see he pulls out this book. It's nasty looking. It looks like a bunch of other wizard books that have had pages torn out and clamped into this one. And he's gonna mess through some of the pages and going in attempts to cast Hold Person on Zito. Make a checking a wisdom save of 16.
No.
Okay.
The ring glows. He opens this book, and as he goes to cast it, Zito just flicks his eyes up towards him and then is no longer there.
The form of lava splashes to the ground.
And I am going to smash him upside the head with this great hammer from
He's
behind.
looking at the trail of lava in horror, and then takes it to the back of the head. Just rolled a hit.
That is a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
7 plus 6 is 13 bludgeoning damage. Just crashes down, and then I go, I need it.
You kill him. You murder this guy. His knees hit ground and the headless corpse crumples to the floor.
Just stares, brings my head very slowly back up to stare at the people that I was fighting against.
The leader shakes himself together and then pulls out a real nasty looking, looks like it's like half of an anchor, and is going to run forward and try to garrote you and pull you back and kind of hook you from behind and bring you down to use as a potential meat shield. 17 to hit again.
That hits.
Okay, instead of doing the damage, he hooks you and brings you down. So you're like pulled back this way a bit. As he then pulls out a pistol and puts it into your back and shoots you in the back. It doesn't actually. He goes to pull it and doesn't have it all the way to your back yet before the nerves go off, and he pulls the trigger and it hits the floor and cracks the stone beneath.
It sounds like somebody touched me while I am encased in lava.
That's so true.
He is going to take 2, 5, 7 fire damage.
Okay. Growling in pain. Maybe that's what set off the gunpowder in his pistol. Two thugs look at each other, and then one bolts for Zito with this nasty war pick and comes alongside and swings. You are grappled, so he's gonna swing at advantage.
I don't think grapple gives him advantage.
Is it the auto crit?
No, it's nothing. I just can't move.
Hits you once. 19 plus 3.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
It's like the non-blunt end of a hammer. It's just that kind of pick hook.
Yeah.
You take 7 damage. Piercing.
Gotcha.
The
And
other
then he's
one.
gonna take
Go ahead.
3d6 fire damage.
You're
A 6, a 1, and a 1, so 8 fire damage.
okay. The other one is going to charge Sika.
Leave me alone.
Pulls out a razor wired net. Throws it at you. You need a dex save.
Oh, that's actually wonderful. Okay, I need a dex save? Okay.
DC is 17.
I just want to make sure I'm
Bill
doing
says
this right.
Bill says Zito, how's it feel to become a railroad spike? I want to start a fight. Zito in his pink era. Na 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 na.
I want to end the fight.
Okay. Cool. What is math?
Dex save
8.
of 17.
Okay, so I am going to use one of my reactions to do a traveler's trick, and allow me to use one of my bardic inspiration die to add to my dex saves.
Okay. Have you used your reaction?
No, because I didn't have to do that because he fixed my whole thing. I succeed. I can't do the math in my head. I'm so excited. I 26.
26. All right, you managed to snake sideways out of the way of this net, and you watch as he pulls out a glaive and rounds around you, stands next to it so he can scoop it up, and then takes a quick jab at you.
Oh my god, stop!
13 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. Misses. Which is going to bring us to Robin. Robin.
Yeah! Save me, Goat Master.
How many goats do you have?
I have 25 goats.
There's a rumbling, and people start looking around, and the two snipers look up and go, "Oh gods!" as goats come down from on high. They're both gonna make dex saves.
So the goats have a ram attack.
Okay.
It's +4 to hit, and it's a d6 +2 bludgeoning damage. And if the goat has moved at least 20 feet straight towards the target and then hits it with that ram attack on the same turn, target takes an extra d6 bludgeoning damage, and it must succeed a DC 12 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay.
So rams and charges all across the board.
Said there was 25 of them.
Yeah, I'm happy to send them at you one by one if you want.
Well. Do you mind if I use my roller?
Go for it. Whatever you want to do. You gave me the goats.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh, God. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3 crits.
Nice.
Have to beat an AC of 15. 1. What are you? 2, 3. What's their pluses to hit? 4.
+4.
Okay. 6 hit. 6 hit, and then 3 more crit.
Nice.
Okay.
And it's 1d6 +2 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
but then another d6, so 2d6 +2
Okay.
for each of those that hit. And then however you want to do the crits. And then anyone that got hit by them, because I would have spread them out to attack multiple people. There's like 5 goats per enemy left over. They have to do that DC 12 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay.
But I don't know how many people they can reach from where
They
we are.
can handle the snipers and then get into position below.
Cool.
They will actively keep some breath away from Zito and his lava. For the first 3 crits, $14 damage to each sniper. It's 28 across the board, and then 1, 2, 3 for one sniper, 11 damage, and 1, 2, 3 for the other sniper. That's max damage, 18.
Nice.
Let's go.
Are you doing the +2s?
No, oh God, no. +6, +6. Plus +12, +12. 26. 37 +6 to 33, I believe. And then 16 + 18 for Ben. 16 + 18,
34.
34 +6, 40.
Yep.
So one takes 33, the other takes 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a fail. One sniper goes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Both snipers fall.
Woo!
From on high. And both take 2d6.
Blood for the goat god.
One dies on impact. And the other one is looking rough as he takes an additional 11 fall damage.
Hell yeah.
Now your turn begins.
My turn. I'm gonna start sprinting along with the goats. I'm gonna use my bonus action for cunning action.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take another dash in order to get my goat up to where Zito is.
Okay.
And whichever one, I don't know what the orientation is. I think it's like bad guy holding Zito, bad guy hitting Zito.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna run right into the back of the knees of the guy hitting Zito.
Excellent.
So that's gonna be a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Okay, and it'll be a 8 bludgeoning from the ram, a 5 bludgeoning from the charge, and then I need a DC 12 strength saving throw.
Just makes it.
So he's not down, but I'm right there, and I'm causing some flanking.
Okay.
Dare for Det. So that's my movement, bonus action, and action. So I'm good.
Alrighty. Top of the round, Zito.
Hooray! I guess would I have figured out that the guy holding me is like their leader?
Yeah.
Okay.
They took orders from him.
Cool. Just kind of like turn my head enough so that he knows I'm addressing him.
Okay.
How many do you want to die before you stop pretending you can win this?
You think I'm scared of you? Lava searing the side of his head. He's got surprising spine.
Then you are a fool. And I will go into second rage.
You already did that. No, I know. It's a new one. What the fuck?
Takes 2 of my hit dice. And I am swinging on the guy in front of me that just got rammed in the back of the knees.
Okay.
That is an 18 on the die, so 29 to hit.
29 hits.
Cool.
Took his eyes off you for a second.
Fool. That is 10 plus 6, 16 plus 3 from rage is 19 plus 5 more from second rage is
Okay.
24 bludgeoning damage.
Very good. He's dead.
Cool. Is there anybody else within swinging reach?
The one sniper who fell down, and the one dude's got his hook in your back.
Cool. I'll just go, and another one, and swing on the sniper.
Okay.
21 to hit.
21 hits. This dude was already looking rough.
6 plus 6, 12 plus 3 from rage is 15 plus 5 more from second rage.
The sniper starts to pick himself up. The shadow looms. You kind of drag the guy who's got you hooked forward a little bit, and you bring the hammer down.
I want you to see every last one of them. And I'm just gonna turn around and just start dragging him towards the guy that's near Sika.
Okay.
Yay! Save me!
There's the 2 gunmen that are in between you and Sika as well, a bit farther
cool.
off.
Yeah, just walking towards the next nearest guy then.
Okay. Sika, your turn starts.
How close is the guy who's throwing nets to me?
10 feet.
10 feet? Cool. Does he have reach?
Yeah. He's got the glaive.
Fine. Sika feel does I don't want to get stabbed. Okay, so Sika is going to like whistle to try and get like Zero's attention, even though like he didn't notice that Zero's probably on his way. But in turn, he is going to activate accidentally his serpentine bracers for the first time.
Okay. The bracers fall and serpents, silver and metal, kind of.
I love it. I have two large beast snakes now as my friends. And
kind of frame you as they sit up.
Now I am going to use one of. I was like, oh, hold him.
Okay. You command them to snake forward. One crits, the other misses. He uses the glaive to like parry one as the second one banks wide and wraps around him, restricting him. The glaive
Awesome.
cutting into his own shoulder.
I'm gonna now take a few steps back and get away from 10 feet.
Okay. Attack of opportunity. Disadvantage.
Oh, I thought. Oh,
Yeah,
that's fine.
he can still strike out
Okay.
at you. Yeah. 5.
Oh no! I actually mock him.
Is it your turn?
And then I just want to make sure I'm using them right. So yeah, I use my action and I use my bonus action to do the fan. Cool. So yeah, so that's that, and I'm just going to get a little bit behind cover if there is any. Does that count as an action?
You look around, and unless you want to dangle yourself down the hole, off the side of the hole, there's not really any cover to be had here.
I'd rather not.
If you had dash, you could get in between the enemy and the burning building, but that would require dash.
Is a dash an action?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then I'm good.
Okay.
I have that seems like still far from me, so I'm gonna get as close as I can without like as close as I can. But
Okay.
I can't get too far. So that's it. Yes.
Okay. The one gunner loads the cannon. The other gunner looks between the herd of goats and the lava man, and Sika, who has wrapped around, who has entangled the constricted the one over there, and he's gonna look at the leader, and the leader goes, "Blow away this demon!" And he blasts Zito from 15 feet with a 16 plus 5 to hit. Hits once.
Mm-hmm.
Eight damage force.
Okay.
The detonation does scare many of the goats, so roll another d12 for me.
Do I want to translate or do I want to reduce? Only 8. I can take 8 more damage.
6 down to 19 goats.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my reaction to use translate pain,
Okay.
which oh wait, no, never mind. It has to be within 5 feet of me. I'll use my reaction instead to do Stone's Endurance and reduce the amount of damage from that shot by
Okay.
a d12 plus 3.
Okay.
Translate pain would have just put me into one deeper stage of rage. But
A small bottle comes out, and he's gonna try to pull you back a bit to lean down, and he's gonna try to break it against your neck. Make a con save.
Oh, okay. These are the ones that I'm good at. 19 plus 8.
You feel a paralytic effect that you quickly overcome in your anger and rage. You just kind of lean through it, burning it away from your system as your blood boils. The one by Sika is going to try to break out of the grip. Does not manage to do so. The snake rolled a 20 on the athletics. And so what he's going to do is he's going to look at you, look down at the net, look at you, and kick it at you. Make a dex save. And suddenly the razor net is flying towards you again, and you're like, ah!
He's crafty.
God. It's a 17, right?
Yeah.
Do I have... I still have it. Okay, cool. I am going to do my traveler's trick again because I failed. But this time with it, it is going to be... Sorry, let me just pull it back up. I just missed it. Where are you? Thank you. There's so many dex things in here. I apologize. Yep, and then I throw it again. Sorry. This is meets it beats it. 17, right?
17 meets it beats.
Cool.
All right. Growls at you in frustration. Robin, your turn.
Goats! Go!
There's 4 of them left. 2 on a big gun, 1 that's got Zito, and 1 that's restrained over by Sika.
I'll go for the 2 on the guns. On the big gun.
Okay.
Or split them up between those. I don't know. But I got 19 goats left. However many can attack, because there's only so much space around a person. 19 can't hit.
True, but they can cycle.
Space.
They can charge through an area.
Okay. Cool. Sika's got giant snakes. There's no one on the 2 guns, so I'm gonna go on the 2 guns.
2 guns, okay. You said there's 19 left. 1, D20, 2,
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I think in the future, this is amazing and all, but we'll probably do swarm tactics. Okay. One misses.
Nice!
I'll split this up between... Let me get my goat back up.
As long as they were 20 feet away from where the other guys were, it's the charge as well. So 2d6 plus 2 is each of the hits.
Okay.
And then the strength saving throw to not be prone.
If you want to use the average, that's 9 damage per hit.
And is there anyone with my ominous wind still up?
6, 7.
I'm making him do math.
10. 15, 16, 17. Wow, 18. Okay. That's gonna come out to 118 damage total. And I'm splitting that down the middle between the 2 of them. They're both very dead. They had
They're
50
dead.
HP each to their name, and no longer.
Woo!
Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for the raid. You begin
Great.
your turn.
My turn. So there's the one that's on Zito. How far away is the one that's on Sika?
About 40 feet from you at this point.
40
Hello
feet?
and welcome in. Yeah.
My speed is 40 feet. I'm gonna do bonus action, disengage.
Nice,
Roguey
nice.
things. And then I'm going to charge towards the one that Sika has. And I'm gonna do a ram attack for probably a miss. 13.
13 does not hit.
Yeah, so
He's
and
grappled. Okay.
Does grappling help me?
I don't think so.
I don't think
No.
so. Yeah, I trip over one of the snake's tails that's holding it and do a little like fainting goat like that'll be my movement, my bonus action, and my action, which misses. So thanks other goats for helping me so much.
Okay. Top of the round with Zito.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I'll start this round the same way that I have.
Of your options, there's one far away and the one dude right behind you that's still got you hooked.
Yeah, I
a
just
lot of
start
goats.
walking towards the one that's far away.
Okay. You're at half movement speed. Can you make the 40 feet it'll take to get to him?
If I dash,
It's a choice.
it's a fun choice.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just because at that point it's like I'm walking at a normal pace. Like I'm not like this guy's not even at all slowing me down.
He tries to put a foot up against the building that's burning down to like stop you, and because it's burning down, it like crumbles away and you keep going.
You can end this any time. Although I guess at this point it would only save one of your crew.
Growls in frustration but does not respond.
Poison is for cowards. And a coward's death is not what you will receive when this is done.
Sika, you weave under the thing, under the razor net, and you look over. A, there's a lot of goats. It's wild. B, just the lava mantled Zito comes around the corner, dragging behind the leader of this gang that has him hooked, and is just like, it got this urgent, not quite terrified look, but like looking around at how poorly this all went so quickly. just tripping over goats. Small trail of lava trailing behind that he's just getting doused in.
That would be a terrifying sight. Just being honest.
Zito, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Sika, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I'm out of the way with this one. Now, I am just reading this one to make sure if I am to mentally command a snake to do something on its turn, does that take my action?
Nope.
No? Okay. So for let me if I have to roll the initiative, so let's just say the 13 is the one that's grappled the guy and the 6 is the other one. I'm gonna have my 6th one be prepared to grapple the hook guy following Zito if he ever gets loose.
Okay. Holds an action.
Yeah, holds an action. And I am going to, because I am out of sight and people's attentions are elsewhere, he is going to summon his bow. And I am going to make an attack on the guy who's grappled.
Okay. Rolled it. Hello, everybody who came in. Hope you're all doing well.
11?
No dice.
Damn.
No dice for you.
That's fine.
I'm gonna eat your dice.
And is anyone left who has my ominous winds?
Sorry.
Is there anyone left who has my ominous winds?
The leader.
The leader? Okay. So I will just stay back at this point.
Okay. Okay.
With the other snake being told to keep grappling.
Yeah.
Yep.
Meat hook man. He doesn't have a lot of great options, but he is going to let go and leave that hook kind of like in your shoulder around your neck and move to back off, which provokes an opportunity of attack from Zito, but also the large snake pounces to latch onto him. Let's do Zito first.
Yeah.
Who just backhands wide.
How dare you let go of me?
You skid it.
I don't take kindly to cowards. That is a 27 to hit.
27 to hit. Hits.
I would like to declare non-lethal
Okay.
if we're there yet. So that's
He hasn't
7
taken a
plus 6.
ton of damage by perspective of how much you guys just absolutely slew his associates, his underlings.
Yeah.
His
7 plus 6 is 13, plus 3 from rage is 16, plus the additional 5 from second rage is
Okay.
21 bludgeoning.
21 bludgeoning. He's still on his feet. He does like move sideways a bit from the hit. Sika, because I did it for you earlier, I'll do it here as well. Pounces. Oh, natural 20 on my part.
Nice.
He weaves and pulls out his pistol again, and is going to use a legendary action to lean back and hammer the pistol shot. Thank you. Hammer the hammer, and 2 shots.
Into the distant distance?
Say again.
He's gonna hammer the hammer into the distant distance?
Takes 2 shots. Both at Zito, who has earned his terror. Both miss. He's going to turn and run.
The fool.
Which brings us to the one that is restrained, the only other thug who wasn't the leader, who he's bound like this, and he goes, drops the glaive, and kind of has his hand up. Thank you so much for the raid. The leader of this group is just hightailing it across the path towards Cairn, looking over his shoulder at you guys in shock and horror. Which brings us to Robin.
So, are people still attacking, or are people shocked and holding still?
One is shocked and holding still. The other one is fleeing.
The shocked guy is surrendering.
Yeah, the
Shocked guy is
shocked guy is surrendering.
Okay. I'm gonna start kind of like bleeding at my like goats and kind of like herding them into a little grassy area for them to like graze. And then I'm gonna charge up to be by Zito, and I'm gonna pop into normal Robin form. And I'm just daggers, just ready. And so that would be my movement. My bonus action to pop out of wild shape. And then I'm gonna hold my action with my daggers in order to attack if the person surrendering decides to attack Zito more.
Okay. Excellent. Zito, with Sika on deck.
Is that man moving 80 feet per round?
No.
Oh, that sucks for him.
You guys remember when the Hulk first came out in the Avengers movie, and it was a blur of motion the first time he really started picking up? You bring the knives up, Robin, and then your hair just as goes after like a shot after the ringleader. You close distance with this man who turns around and does the
Amazing.
I am the consequences to your actions, and you cannot outrun me. If it took
Go ahead.
more than 40 feet to get to him, then I would have had to dash with my action.
You were dead even with him when he booked it, so we're gonna say he's 30 feet away from you. So no, you do not have to dash.
Swing, swing.
Okay. Okay.
17 plus 11 is 28 to hit.
Okay. He does. Okay. Yeah.
And again, non-lethal.
Okay.
9 plus 6 is 15, plus 3 is 18, plus 5, 23 bludgeoning damage.
Excellent. I'm not gonna throw my head exactly how it would because neck injury, but he looks at you and starts to go, what? As his head just stands there for a second. Bang! Just timbers down, and you hear him just being like, sits up, his jaws dislocated.
I'm gonna drop the gray hammer and grab him by the collar and go, a smart man in this business would know the name Zito Barbera. By the time your chin heals, there will be people to answer to.
And I think that's where we're gonna grab our second break. Welcome in everybody who raided. We'll be right back to but that was a fun fight.
Goats!
Lightning speed this countdown is. Okay. A bit of a peace falls over, but still that high tension. The one captive that's, I would say, conscious and responsive is bound by this metal snake. Kind of cringes away from the head of it as it kind of comes alongside and watches Sika for instruction. You guys collect yourself. Zito, you kind of standing over the crumpled form of the leader.
I'll turn around to the other guy that's grappled. Why are you working for him?
Please don't kill me. He works for just we're new. We're a gang in Cairn, and you've pissed off a lot of people. Not me. Just letting you know. A lot of people mad. A lot of people will take issue with someone so handily and expertly thrashing us. Didn't see it coming. We were here to collect, and they couldn't, so we burned the place down, like you do. He goes to say, like, we didn't kill anybody, as you know, the pool from the various carcasses of what they just did was around. He's just like terrified.
So a bunch of fools are mad at me now.
I mean, I'm not gonna tell anybody. I promise.
I know.
Please don't kill me. I can pay. Good money. Clean money. Mostly.
You make the mistake of thinking that I, too, am a fool.
Squeezes his eyes shut.
Do you know why I stopped on my journey to do this to you?
No.
Because I wouldn't be able to sleep at night knowing that someone else may have died an innocent death at the hands of fools. I do not do this for money. I do not do this for praise. I do this because my soul says I must unite the fools with their gods. Are you right with yours?
Starts praying feverishly under his breath. Snippets, trying to remember things long from rituals that he saw as a kid, and it just falls to just whimpering.
You'll have until we get to Cairn.
Ooh, time up.
I have a better idea, Sika. Let's tie up the leader and have this one drag him all the way there.
Oh, we can use this. Holds up the razor net.
Oh my god. Okay.
Sika, we are not torturers. But that is a great backup plan.
Jeez, guys.
Dick is gonna
They
pocket the
burned
net.
down an inn and killed a bunch of innocent people.
Yeah, no duh.
The
Would you
only
like-
no duh here is making them face the justice for their actions.
Yeah, but if
And
you
I don't feel like
bleed out.
dragging a man to Cairn. So I'm hiring his friend.
That's fine.
Can I have a second before we leave?
Sure.
Okay. Sick is gonna. Is the house still on fire?
Yeah.
Uh,
It's down to one floor now.
okay. And the bodies around the area?
All about.
Okay. Sick is gonna take the bodies of the people who weren't assholes and put them all in one place. And then he's going to use the fancy little ring that he has for the what's it called? The earth mancy thing to make a hole.
Terraforming?
Terraforming! And just make a burial hole for them.
Okay.
Just bury them inside.
Yeah, you can
And-
find a spot.
And though he was about to just do a little rating prayer, something inside him stirs and he does a prayer to Harmony and Terra.
Okay.
What it would look like for him would just be him being like, I don't know if I'm doing this right because I'm just me, but you seem to be someone that's important. Be something that's important. You are important. Noun yourself. I don't know, but please see if you can that these people who have done nothing to my understanding of ill, or at least at peace. I feel comfort with you myself, so I'm sure that I can find comfort with them. I know this is my first time, I guess, talking to you at this point, but I'm sorry, I'm bambling over myself right now. But at least help them find peace.
Make a religion check.
I was right. Oh, I had advantage. Yeah, not 20.
Okay.
Which would then be, if you need numbers on top of that, 22.
You feel a gentle weightlessness to your steps. You're not floating, you're not or anything like that. It's just it feels like you weigh like 30 pounds lighter. It doesn't last, but you sense recognition in the prayer. You said you walked back to the group, Zito, away from Home Dog that was dislocated.
The leader?
Mm-hmm.
No, I would have dragged him over.
Okay. He's gonna make a break for it. You may roll to hit Zito as you turn, and Robin, you've also been keeping careful watch, so both of you may have a reaction as he books it for the hole.
It was a nat 20.
For a reaction, it's just one of my daggers, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a 27.
27.
Hit, yeah.
Between the both of you, he goes back down. Just.
I mean, I also have a brutal critical, so.
Are you still pulling your punch?
Yeah,
Okay.
it would be stupid. Because it's not even one additional, it's two additional. So I would double it for the crit, and then I would triple it. I would like add it again for it's
You
reset his health, and he'd be.
Robin turns real fast and slashes out with the dagger. He goes down, and you dribble him once with the hammer, just bounces him, and then puts the hammer down on his back, and he just.
Oh, like Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can walk when you can lift this.
Kid just trying to reach it.
I'm gonna lean down. I stopped him once from wrapping you in the razor wire and dragging you to Cairn. I won't stop him if he suggests it again. Don't make him suggest it again.
Buries his face in the dirt.
Dika starts walking up. What's going on?
Nothing yet.
Oh.
Are you letting the other dude go so that he can tie?
Yeah, I'll strip them of their items, their
Okay.
weapons and equipment.
Okay.
Tie up. I'm gonna tie up the leader. I'm not gonna make him tie. I'm gonna tie up the leader.
Okay.
Very tight.
You guys find this cannon, first of all. It does need to be two-manned until someone gets proficiency with it and is strong enough to carry the thing. Robin activates her magic eyes.
Magic eyes.
And peers about. There is a magic stone jar on the leader. And you guys are also able to collect this razor wire net that you also note is inlaid with silver.
Oh.
I'm gonna go snatch the magic stone jar off the leader.
Okay. It shakes in your hand as if something inside was thrashing about. Stone, kind of porous, cork over it that has been bound down many times over.
I'm gonna look at the dude and be, because Zito's got him pinned. I'm gonna be like, what's this? Smack, 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 smack. What's this?
Don't open it. Don't open it.
Tell me what it is, or I will.
You watch as, panicking, he starts to ooze. His form almost melting, and he slides out from under the hammer. Can't find any crack or crevice on this bare stone. Panic and start trying to ooze away more. the ropes coming undone as he's trying to get away.
Can I just, am I able to
Yeah.
stop him?
Yeah, absolutely. He's not moving
What
fast.
the heck? What the heck do I roll to stop ooze?
You can roll to hit if you would like, but
A straw.
I'm gonna cast, because we're not. Would you be say if we are we attacking him, or
I mean, we did attack him.
we did, but it's like calmed down right now. I'm gonna cast Charm Person on the
Ooh,
weird
okay.
dude. Gotta make a Wisdom saving throw.
12.
Fails.
The gooey person
Armed for an hour.
slows down and kind of putters as this bipedal puddle.
Yeah, Robin just kind of goes, well, I really wish that you would stay so you could tell me more about what's in here. And casting Charm Person.
That has an ooze inside. Our trusted members may drink of it and gain, puddles aggressively for emphasis, abilities. Though be warned, if you die, which is why I'm so like shocked that you guys pulled your punch, because I had a second phase planned. The ooze consumes you.
Taylor knows what this is. Robin does not. That's really gross. Where she's gonna put it in her pocket and be like, Kazric will want this.
Absolutely.
Cool. She's gonna be like, well, hey, you said you were part of a gang or something? Ignis? What's the gang?
Yes is the boss.
Ius is the boss. Okay.
Dumb
What's your
name
gang
for a
called?
gang. Yes is the boss.
Of course.
How do you spell? What? Yes.
Yes. Spelling is Iyis.
Oh, it's close. But what is the name of your gang? Do you go under Ius? That's
Call
not
us Froth.
Froth gang. Froth gang. Ius, that's not Yax or Warsh or House Toa. I haven't heard that name before.
Bubbles and Warsh is playing it careful. Left an opening. Now Yox can't get rid of us easily.
Yox must be incompetent then.
I'll say.
How many of you are there?
I don't know.
Less now.
Yeah. charmed gang member.
Robin's gonna look up at Zito and it will just be like, this happened a couple of times before, but it doesn't last very long.
Oh, the charm?
Yeah, she again just thinks she has like otherworldly charm of like, it would be really nice, please, if you stayed and like was like helped me. And she's like, sometimes they get really angry. Sometimes they get really angry at me after about an hour, and I'm not really sure why, but this feels like one of those moments.
Is he
I know.
still an ooze?
So he is not full ooze. He's just has this ability because he's drank one of these things to squeeze into small spaces, like through cracks and doorways and door frames and stuff like that in the walls. But he's out here where that's not an advantage at all. And that's I didn't expect you guys to just not kill him. So the second phase never kicked in, leading to this interesting insight.
What
Surprise
happens when you are no longer? How long can you ooze?
I can squeeze between any nook or cranny. Though if I die, it consumes me and I am truly gone.
Interesting. I'm gonna pull out like a bottle,
Okay.
put it on the ground, prove it.
Looks to
Genie in the
Robin.
bottle. Go for it.
It can't fit into the bottle as there's too much mass, but it does like pour some of itself into the, like it does reach and put like its hand down to the elbow, like inside that jar, and kind of brandishes the jar.
What happens if we seal it up while you're in there?
What? No, kind of like if someone's leg was in the door, but it was made of a water balloon, it just wouldn't shut all the way.
Okay.
Does anyone have a bigger jar?
Nobody has a human-sized jar.
I mean, it's not like a human-sized jar. It's like a mushy human-sized jar. Maybe a sack of some sort.
I don't want him going in my sack.
The
Let's just bring him along. You'll come with us back to Cairn, right?
yeah.
Yeah, see?
How far away is Cairn?
You got about another day of travel.
Yeah.
Put him in the hole.
Is there anything that you can't ooze out of?
If there's any opening, I can look at the exacts.
Robin leans over to like whisper to Sika. And it's just like, maybe, you know, maybe when we run into Kazric or again real quick, we can ask for some sleeping potions. Maybe we can just knock him out the entire time.
You could probably do that.
It
I
can
don't know how
move.
oozes work with sleepy stuff.
It can move through a space as narrow as 1 inch wide without squeezing.
Okay.
Well, if we
We
put
got
him in the
nothing to
well,
hold him.
Like a bag of some sort.
I'm not going in my sack.
He doesn't
don't-
have to be in your sack.
Wait, he
Sika.
would die anyways. He wouldn't be able to breathe. So, like,
I don't think we can bag him up or bottle him up.
yeah.
I don't think that is an option.
I'm not sure a monstrous ooze coming out of my bag of holding would be a smart thing either.
Well,
Oh, well, there's a well. Let's put him in the well and put a lid over it.
There's
a well?
there's
not
a big ass
well,
hole over
Sika,
there.
it's a bottomless hole.
Coterie is kind of like just looking over the edge,
Coterie is still here.
Mm-hmm. So is
Does
Locke and
Coterie-
Helivethea in bunny form.
Do any of them have that? What spell is that? Feign
Heliveth-
death.
Oh. Helivethea has polymorph. We could maybe
Sure.
polymorph him so that he doesn't be a oozy thing. Or polymorph him into a smaller shape that can be bottled.
Polymorph him into a bottle.
I think it has to still be a living thing.
It does.
A living bottle.
Yes.
The only problem is that those spells.
Beauty and the Beast it up.
Right?
Those spells last for only an hour.
Oh. I thought it was just after an hour it became permanent.
Nah, that's true polymorph.
Oh,
Yeah.
learning all these things is so hard.
Mm.
The arcane.
The arcane.
Mysteries of the weave.
Oh, I wish I longed for the days that I was a child just stealing bread and cheese. World was simple, adults were mean, money was good.
That's an interesting way to think. Like, where would your character be if this never happened?
Well, if he has this really obnoxious and annoying power, and we have no way to actually get him all the way to Cairn without him breaking out of whatever. And
But
if he
if-
dies, then
Then
he
become
turns
good.
into a worse ooze.
Yeah,
What if he dies when we're not here?
we just let him go.
Well, no, he's not a good person. However, we could just drop him down that bottomless hole.
What if we kill him while he's falling and turns into the ooze, and the ooze falls down the bottomless hole?
Yeah, I don't really want to
Well,
make
he'd
him.
probably just die at the bottom of the bottomless hole anyway.
But if he dies at the bottom of the hole, then the ooze forms. But if you kill him while he's in midair, then the ooze forms and falls to the bottom of the hole and takes full of it.
Cody, after a bit of time, goes, everything I've got wears off after an hour as well, but I can puppet him if you need to.
What?
Dominate person.
Do it.
Might be wasteful.
Don't do
We
it.
can do it in an hour when my thing wears off.
Sure. She looks quietly eager.
And I think I can do that, like, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11 more hours.
Oh, shit.
12 more hours, actually. That was a legacy casting.
You'll have to stay up, but it's possible. Let me change the music. Bop. Bop.
I don't know, maybe together we can spend spell slots, you dominating, me asking for friendship, and we get them all the way there?
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
I still say we should put him in a bag. Bags are breathable. They just don't, just can't have a big enough hole
Wait.
that he seeps through. The air can go through, but his body can't.
Why not ask him to
Oh,
reconfigure
wait, I can
himself?
do it for way longer.
Hmm?
I can do suggestion, which is 8 hours. And I can do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more times.
Dang.
I can suggest he follows us. Just suggest stay with us all the way into Cairn.
Cool.
Do that.
Just takes a wisdom 15 save. And then it lasts 8 hours.
If he's charmed, wouldn't that make him more willing to go with it? Then
Probably.
If he's
It's
charmed,
not
you can
that-
just tell him to fail it.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's dark.
So at the At 56 minutes, I will cast Suggestion at 2nd level.
Okay.
Because that's just a 2nd level spell. And just be like, I really wish that, like, you would just hang out with us for, like, the rest of the day. And, follow us to Cairn.
Yeah, all right. That sounds like a really good idea.
As a friend, right?
Really good idea.
As a friend.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
The
right.
dude who's still bound by the snake is just looking on in abject horror.
Don't mind him.
Can we throw the net on this one?
I'm trusting you with this one, Robin. I'm gonna turn to the other guy in the snake. Would you prefer death?
No.
Good. Keep that pride in check. It might keep you alive.
The party
Grab
gathers
onto-
themselves. Go ahead.
Grab onto him. Sika, release the snake.
Okay. And Sika will release the snake, but not turn them back to the bracers yet.
Yeah. I'm gonna air jail him like you do a dog.
The whole way.
Someone come tie him up.
Oh, okay. I got a net.
No net yet. This one's actually behaving for now.
Sika's just like joyfully.
And don't tie his legs. He'll walk.
I'll walk.
Yeah, Sika will take his rope. And... got it.
Excellent. Very, very good. The party gathers themselves and prepares to head off the smoldering remains of Farron's arrest, slowly petering out from behind. Everyone roll a D100.
Lord.
I got rid of the dice that were rolling bad, so maybe I'll roll this low this time.
75.
75.
24.
66. 3 away.
Okay. And that's where we're going to leave off for the night.
Ooh.
I'll cook those numbers into the next episode. Chat, this has been fun. Don't go anywhere. We will be doing a raid. And I hope you enjoyed the show. We covered a lot of stuff, had a good fight. I'm Sir Feffers, the humble dungeon master at the Longshot table, and I'm very excited to be running these games. 3, soon to be 4 weekly streamed campaigns, as well as the summer series coming up on the rise. If you want to get caught up on all that, you can head over to the YouTube. It's called Longshot. And did anyone get bingo?
I'm just gonna say yes.
You can find.
So close.
Oh no! You can find bingo on the Discord. What was the one you were missing, Taylor?
I was missing new nails.
No, I
have
have new nails.
Amazing. I hope everybody had a good stream, had a good time. I'm gonna be streaming throughout the week some solo stuff. Claire Obscura has been amazing, and I'm very excited to delve into it. It'll rip your heart out. It's so sad. It's so sad.
Everyone tell me it's sad.
It's so sad. All right, Ben, take it away.
Hi, my name is Ben Brainard. I have been playing Zito Barbera, the Path of the Knuckle Sandwich Barbarian, and Zito is happy to have gotten to punch something, and also accidentally stumble upon a guy who thinks he's tough. The toughest part about him is figuring out how to bring him back to justice. That was good. Zito wants to end the war so we can go home. So whatever he's got to do that the fastest is what he's trying to do right now. But until then, I'm on tour. If you want to come see me tell jokes to drunk strangers, or if you want to be a drunk stranger that gets jokes told to, come check me out. I have a 10-minute spot at the Lincoln Lodge in Chicago on the 16th, and then I'll be in Appleton, Wisconsin at the Skyline Comedy Club on the 18th, and then my next show after that is going to be Honolulu, Hawaii on June 8th. I have a bunch of other shows lined up, so be sure to check out my website for that. That's that. Shane.
Hi everyone, my name's Shane Whalley. Find me everywhere as Shane Whalley. I am playing Sika, the College of the Road Bard, who seems to be very getting mixed up with godly stuff. So that is, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna talk to that because that's for later. But here, it's really interesting. It's really interesting to see how Sika is handling this between dealing with a Raiden, which he feels comfort with because of what's gone on, but now hearing about Harmony and Terra and how actually connected in a way things are for him is a lot more on his plate. If it isn't the plate of what's going the fuck on in his mind, it's not an actual, sick a day. And so and yay razor nets, has something to play with. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for being here today. I hope you had lots of fun. It was great being able to do this with all you guys. And Taylor?
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. I'm the game master and writer for Heinefall. Check us out at heinefall.com. I play Robin Ashwell. She is very excited to kind of see some of just like this side of Zito that Soren has warned her about, and is like, isn't he scary? And she couldn't see him that way, and now she's kind of like, I see him now. That's so scary. That's a big guy, he big man. So she's learning that, and at the same time, she's kind of worried about what this new gang in Cairn is, because she has some plans of what she wants to do with the ones that she knows of, and setting the estate up for victory in the noble area and the other side of the city. So she is already starting to plan and plot what she is going to do with this information and how she can maybe use it to her benefit to gain grace with the other underbelly folk. So she's excited to make some moves.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah. I'm excited. Everybody, we're gonna go kick it with Kiki Does Stuff, an amazing creator, good friend of the show, good friend of mine. I hope you all have a phenomenal rest of your day, and do go show some love. Give Kiki a follow. He's best bean good of soup. Drinks gasoline though. It's a little wild. And we are